Hello and welcome to Psychic A1R, Psychic Radio, and also Moonstruck TV. I'm Rayleen, Kable, your host for Soul Talk. I hope you've had a lovely week. I've had an amazing week. Every week is amazing. Every day is amazing. So I just love life. So I am today going to take some of your calls. And I really look forward to that because I loved last week's show. We had some beautiful callers come in and it was quite amazing. And I thank you all for tuning in and being here with me. I've, like you can still see I'm rugged up. I'm always still very rugged up. It's still a bit chilly here in Australia. And, the most important thing I think is that, as long as you keep warm in the cold weather and keep cool in the hot weather, that's the most important thing. I really do hope that your week's planned out the way you expected, that you brought in some beautiful vibes, and that we all kind of we're all in harmony with everyone. I think that's the important thing. We just, really just allow ourselves to be coming from our heart and soul. I think at the moment, coming from heart and soul really delivers some of the most beautiful, beautiful tools and, and some beautiful opportunities. We all have an opportunity to be really present in the now. And I think when we come from our souls and just really allow our soul to be our guiding force, anything and everything can happen. So I hope you can hear me all well out there. I've got a little thing down the bottom of mine saying that the speaker's off, so I don't know if I have to push a button and see if the speaker goes on. So I'll just push a button anyway, and I think I turned it off. Leave it alone. I'll just leave things be. So, this week I've been very focused on just putting out a lot of love into the cosmos, into the consciousness, and, really just, being supportive when people are needing it. Like on my Facebook, when I go through my feed, I see a lot of people going through different trials and tribulations. So, although I don't speak to these people every day, I definitely put a beautiful energy out there to support them and to also be able to kind of let them know that they're not alone, that they're not doing this alone. We in truth, I think we're not. I did a beautiful live feed on my Facebook, personal Facebook the other day, and it was lovely. I was just so connected and so grounded and really had a beautiful opportunity to share with yourselves nature and the importance of what actually around us, apart from our family and friends, support us. And that is obviously, our tree family and Earth Mother and the beautiful air and wind and oxygen we breathe. So, sometimes it only takes a moment to stop and think about those things. What else is supporting me in my life on my journey? And when we remember those things, I think it really brings us back to our heartfelt space where we can, find a lot more clarity. I like playing with all my different things. I've got crystals and I've got, a lot of different tools and modalities, and sometimes just bringing them out into the light and, sitting with them and connecting with them. So if you're a person that has crystals and loves crystals and all the beautiful tools that you have, I would highly recommend. I'm just going to fix my cap a bit. It feels like it's going to slide off. It's not a wig, I promise. But bring out your tools and have a little bit of fun with them. I think, when we play with our tarot cards or play with our angel cards or bring out our crystals, or bring out the things that, bring a lot of joy to you, they can also reconnect you with things that are really important to your soul's growth. And that's what it's all about. I love soul talk because I love talking from the soul and I love connecting from the soul with you. So, I think when we have all those beautiful things happening, we just allow things to flow in their natural order. And I love natural. Anything natural is really, really good. I'm watching my dog, Lucy. She's just running around. I don't know what she's doing out there, but she's having a lot of fun. And that's the most important thing. So, let this week be a week where you can really move forward in your life, move forward on your spiritual path. And if you don't know how to do that, there's so many different beautiful, talented and amazing people, and also YouTube and also books and also so many different ways to really to find yourself again. People say, I feel like I'm a bit lost, and we're never really lost, but sometimes we just have to be still enough to to recognize that we may be just too busy or keeping ourselves too busy to focus on the really important things. So your week this week should be a week of purely abundance. That's what I say. Purely abundance, creating all the beautiful things that create abundance in your world. And if you're a creative person like myself, I can be extremely creative. It is in the moment. It's not something that I just go, okay, I'm going to sit down and be creative. I actually just allow my soul to guide me. So one minute I could be drawing a wolf, next minute I could be painting a tree, or writing some inspirational work. I think I'm just about ready for one of my first callers. Hi Ashley in Louisville, Kentucky. Hi,
Yeah,
how are you?
I'm good. How are
Oh, I
you?
got that. I'm fantastic, sweetheart. How can I help you today?
I just kind of want some clarity on like my career. And then I know that I have a very special guardian angel, and I've just been looking for signs and things like that. But just like in my career, like I'm really just wanting some like, clarity on that.
Okay, let's have a look at your career now. It's very interesting because just the last 4 weeks I'm being shown has been a bit of a highlight or more energy focused on it. And it's like where you are now, I feel is not where you're going to be in 2 years' time, to be honest. I actually feel acceleration around you, which means to me on another level that you may accelerate when it comes to your career more. You may go up the ladder or you may actually even tweak your career to a level that you're happy with. It's like they're showing me on a soul level, it's more about soul rewarding. Although it may be good financially, I feel like what you'll be doing in this next 2 years will be more soul relief. It's like doing what you do, but doing it from a soul level, if that makes sense. And I get a very strong
Gotcha.
sense that you it's all about you moving forward in a big way. So, can I ask just briefly what line of work you're doing at the moment?
I actually sell cosmetics.
Beautiful. And you've been doing this for some time with this particular company, is that correct?
Yes, for the past like 4 years or so.
Yeah. And so is there an opportunity, do you feel, for you to advance in some way with this organization? Because I do feel there is.
Yes, definitely like a higher directorship type
Beautiful.
of, job category, like leadership.
Yeah, because I'll be honest with you, that's where I feel you're going to go with this. It's almost like, but this will branch you onto other things in the coming 2 years, which may mean that yes, you're working with this wonderful company, but you may also, decide to do something of your own. And I know that's a little bit left field right now because you're quite happy where you are, but I just get a very strong sense that there's some inspiration coming to you on a soul level that will inspire you to maybe even look at something of your own, or creating something of your own in the cosmetic field. And that, again, on another level, will bring that soul reward. But I do feel you advancing, sweetheart. And I really feel, I know sometimes it can be a little bit of I don't know, it just feels like it can be hard work sometimes. That may not be doing the work with the clientele or anything like that. That may be just sometimes the energy that's surrounding you. So, raise your vibration up higher, so therefore that energy doesn't affect you as much. Can you relate to why I'm saying that?
Yes, no, absolutely.
Beautiful. Sorry, what was the other question? We were talking about career, and the other question was?
I do have a special guardian angel that I always look for signs from him and things like that. So it's always good to kind of, I don't know the words for it.
Yeah. Okay. You know what I'm hearing very strongly? You have more than one actually. So I get Raphael, but I also get Archangel Michael. Which one is the one that you're aware of?
I'll say Michael.
Yeah, but I've also Raphael. I also have Archangel Raphael around you. So you may find that the only reason I'm hearing that you're not getting consistent signs is because you've been too busy. So maybe I'm going
Gotcha.
to say slow
Yeah.
down. Yeah, slow down a little bit, but I also see a vision of you walking in a field. So this could indicate to me that maybe it's when you're out in a park or walking in a field. And it's really funny because I'm being shown specifically a feather kind of like just appearing from nowhere and just popping down. So that will be something to, I'm going to say, to let you know 100% that you are being heard, my darling. Every prayer, every little wish that you're putting out there is actually being heard. So when you see this feather, and it will just like it's just falling out of the sky. That's the only way I can put it to you. When you see this feather appear, you'll know for sure that that they're letting you know. I hope that's helped you, my darling, and I thank you very much for calling in. I think I've got my next caller, Cheryl. Hello, Cheryl.
Hi. How are you?
How are you today? I'm wonderful, sweetheart. Wonderful.
I'm doing
Thank you for
good,
calling
thank
in.
you.
I love your
Oh,
accent. It's a
thank you for having
beautiful
me.
accent. You're welcome. Okay, dear. How can I help you today?
I'd like to know about health,
Your health. Okay.
my
Now, I
health.
am. I will say. Yeah, you know what I'm going to say. I am a medical intuitive, but I am a nurse, but I'm not a doctor. So I would always advise any of my listeners or viewers to just, obviously seek the medical advice you need. But I will tune in from a medical intuitive aspect. Okay, let me have a look because I am feeling this last 6 months I'm a little bit flat around you, to be honest, and I just get a very strong sense. Um, You've gone through quite a lot, Cheryl. Is that correct, honey?
Have I got what?
Sorry, you've
I'm
gone
sorry,
through
well,
quite a lot, and you've gone through a lot. Sorry,
yeah,
I
I
just
have.
said that. Can you hear me? Yeah, and a lot of it seems to
Yes,
be
I can.
very emotional based. Yeah. Okay.
Yes.
So what they're showing me this last months, it's almost like this last 6 months you've been living a life for everybody else. And I'm going to hold my mic, so please forgive me if I look a bit silly, people. But I'd rather you hear me than not hear me. So yeah, because I'm just getting this last 6 months in particular, there has been a lot of your energy's gone out to a lot of people now, and a lot of this has been very emotional and I guess draining in a lot of ways. And I don't say that in a negative sense. I say that in a sense of,
Yes.
it's been very heartfelt stuff. So it's not that it's been negative, but it just has drained a lot from you. I do feel at the present moment they're showing me. Are you going for some tests to check out things? Are you, dear?
Checkups.
Yeah. So you're
I'll be
just
going
getting
for
like blood
checkups
tests,
in a
all
couple
the
of months.
yeah, yeah. Yeah, because I'm feeling like it's like we just get everything checked, and it might be something that we do annually. And I have to say, you've got great doctors. One of the things I'm getting very strongly for you, sweetheart, is that at the moment it's about you finding a center of peace or a sense of peace. So I know that you're dynamic and you're so there for everyone, but Spirit's showing me very clearly it's about finding a level balance. So with your stress and anything that you're carrying, for yourself or for others, what Spirit wants you to do is just find that little balance, darling. And it sounds weird, and I'm not a very, very big yoga person, but I love yoga, but I don't get much time to do it. I think I just go out in the fields and walk around, and that's my bit of yoga and stretching and things like that. But I'm feeling yoga may be something that's really, really good just to bring that inner balance back in. Have you ever done yoga or considered it, Cheryl?
No, I just go out walk in the fields like you do.
Yeah, no, that's okay. If you don't do it, I'm just going to suggest, walking in the fields and just, deep breathing and maybe just doing a stretch every now and then. And, I really feel that you're going to turn things around within your life. It's really beautiful. I get this sense that you're feeling confident again, that you're actually willingly letting go of things that aren't serving you. And I think that you feel like you're an earth sign. What star sign are you, if you don't mind me asking? Astrology sign.
Aries.
Aries. Okay, so you're a fire. Yeah, so full on fire. I love that. And you don't feel like you're firing on all cylinders, do you? It's like this part of you is going, hang on, there's something amiss. I'm normally more bouncy. I'm normally got more energy, but you are also very
Yes.
sensitive. So please keep that in mind. Your sensitivity can direct how you go, how you flow energetically. So for instance, because of your sensitivity, sensitivity for those around you, your empathy goes out so much that sometimes it can actually zap you. So be sensitive, but don't give all your reserves of energy, if you know what I mean. I feel like even a
Yeah.
multivitamin right now, yeah, a multivitamin of some sort, I feel will really help. So you may find that on some level, from what they're showing me, is that there is like a maybe a level of something that's, you might not have enough potassium, or you might not have enough iron, or you might be lacking just something small. Do you know what I mean? So if you're not on a multivitamin and you don't like taking them, I'm just going to suggest maybe adding more fruit and vegetables into your diet and things like that. They can really bring in the nutrients. Um, um, Otherwise, just
Okay.
taking a multivitamin really help. But yeah, I'm not overly concerned from what I can see. I just feel it's more about bringing balance in. And I feel like, if you bring, and it's less stress, that's what I'm getting very strongly, is that if we can lessen your stress levels or learn how to deal with stress when it comes in, I feel like that's really going to make a big, big difference when it comes to your health and well-being moving forward. Yeah. Does that help you a little
Okay.
bit, my darling?
Yes, it does. Yes, it does.
Yeah.
Can you
Do
say
you like
anything about
greens?
finances?
Your finances. Oh, that's another stress, isn't it? Sorry. But I just get
Yeah.
that's one of the things that so stresses you. Because again, you give a lot. So it's not just your time and energy and love, but I do feel that you may help people out often when it comes to finances, whether that's your children or just close friends. But let's have a look at your finances at the present moment. Look, there is definitely room for improvement for what I'm being shown. And I actually do feel in the coming months, coming 2.5 months going, well, so that we're now more September, October, November. So by November, I actually feel your finances will do quite a big improvement. So there may be something added here. It might mean that you take on a bit of extra work. I feel that you do work, but I feel like you've got something that you do aside from work that could also potentially bring in money. Can you relate to that, darling?
Uh, just working right now.
Yeah, but there's something
Uh,
else that and maybe I'm glimpsing into the future here, but there's something else that you will do in the future that will also
okay.
be something that might be just something you enjoy doing, but you could actually make a little bit of extra cash from. So please remember I've said that. That seems to be coming up very beautifully. And but yeah, things are definitely looking up. Your energy levels will get back to where they want to be. But it does feel like we need to lessen the stress a little bit, bring in a little bit more, and yeah, it might be vitamins or just a little bit more fruit, vegetables, something like that. And you may find within the next few weeks that things are really yeah, everything's back on par. But you're on the right track, my darling, and absolutely loved connecting with you today. And I do hope that I've been of true assistance to you. Do you tune in often
Yes,
to
thank you
the
very much.
show, love?
Pardon me?
Sorry. Do you tune into our wonderful shows here on A1R
Yes,
often? Oh,
yes,
beautiful.
I do.
Lovely. Well, we love you coming in. And it's been a pleasure to do your read today, darling. Please keep me posted, though. I'd love to hear how it's going for you moving forward.
All righty. Thank you very much.
Thanks, Cheryl. Oh,
Thank you
wow. What
very
a wonderful day I've had. Oh, you're more than welcome, my darling, and blessings to you. Have a wonderful week. And I want to say a very big thank you to my two callers that have called in today. You're just darlings. And, life is one of those things. It's lovely when we can get a little bit of, insight to what's coming up and where we're going. And just to let you know, we are all intuitive. So everyone is psychic, really. Some of us are more psychic than others. I don't like using that word psychic so much. It really feels so old and outdated. But we are all very intuitive. And I think, when we can share a little bit of our wisdom with another soul, that's what it's about, it's about being able to kind of like be there and we all know once we get advice, whether it's from a medium psychic, doctor, a lawyer, we all know intuitively whether that advice is going to be of true assistance or if it's going to really make a difference. So, obviously with anything, and people say to me, oh, how do you do what you do, Rayleen? And I said, well, I just do it because I love it. And it is something that I'm just destined to do. But, I also say to people, be discerning, take what information you feel will work for you. It's not always about the psychic being right because, it comes down to your own intuition and your own, feeling on things as well. So, always, be a skeptic. I know that sounds weird to hear from a psychic, excuse me, but being a skeptic, a healthy skeptic, will allow you to get the truth to whatever information's coming through. Whatever I share with you, you might be able to go, oh, that resonates with me. Yes, I felt that, or I had this sense of that. So, trust your own, always, above all, always trust your own intuition. It's lovely to get advice from others, but in the end, it's your own soul that will always guide you to your path and where you're meant to be and to your destiny. So, it's, and look, like I say, and it's not disrespecting my field of psychic workers and mediumship and all those things, but, in the end, our soul, our own soul, is responsible for its journey. And, when we take responsibility for that, and we also use discernment, critical thinking, all those things, we use all those things. And then we come to the right conclusion to where our journey is, what we might need to do next, next stage with work, or moving house, or relationships, all those things. So don't deny your own beautiful ability to be able to intuitively feel what's right for you, is what I'm trying to say in a roundabout way. And yes, there's always going to be a purpose for myself and other psychics and mediums and counselors, and the list can go on, but again, take from it what you feel is right. And I just love, when I have my callers come in, and you're always so beautiful. And obviously, I'm on the other side of the world, so it's just lovely to connect with people from all over the world. And I'm so grateful to A1R, Psychic Radio, and Moonstruck TV for giving me this opportunity on such a beautiful and professional platform. So thank you, guys. Thank you, Dave. Thank you, Constance. And so I hope this week brings about some beautiful energy for you, some beautiful clarity. Now, how we can do that, you can set your week off by actually sitting down and creating a very clear intention. So in the morning when you wake up, if you want to set out and achieve all the things that you have been putting off and you want to get done, maybe sit there in the morning, take a nice deep breath, and just allow yourself to put a clear intention, firstly, to have a beautiful, balanced and healthy day, and then maybe put out the intentions of what you really desire to manifest for the day and do. So let it be a day or a morning where you create for the rest of the 24 hours, because that's all we need to do. We sometimes need to stop, have clear intentions, come from our heart when we put it out there, and let the universe do the rest. And I love that when that happens, because when we're in what I call the natural flow, we actually allow things just to happen. And, miraculous things happen. I've seen it happen with my own eyes. So, be a part of that journey for yourself, create that journey for yourself, create that abundance, create that level of clear intention to create and bring into your world and those you love some beautiful vibrations. If we put it out there, we create it. And if we create it from a loving heart and from a loving space, it's like it has more, the energy has more power, more acceleration. So accelerate beautiful, positive, loving energy into your life. Create, and with clear intentions, what you desire to bring into your world, because you know what? When you do it, you have the power to create it. No one can do it better than yourself. And yes, there's so many lovely souls like myself that will always support you and love you, and no matter what. And it's what we call an unconditional love. But I just love truly having this time and spending time with you all, and knowing that, that maybe on some level, on whatever level, that I'm doing something beautiful, not only for you, the viewer or the listener, but also for the universe as a whole. We're all connected, and the more that we stay in a loving, connected space, the more that we create that loving energy to support those who may need it most. And I love to think that, or not think, I love to feel that that I'm playing my role. So look at me, my little microphone. Now I've got so many microphones, just telling you, Dave. But it's working out how to work them all out on technology. So I know I'm going to run out of time very quickly. I hope you all have the most divine, loving, peaceful, balanced week, whatever you're doing. And, never forget that your soul loves you. and your soul will always guide you to the most divine aspect of who you are, where you're going, and what you'll be. So never ever dismiss your soul. And when your ego or your mind gets carried away, let it go, let it flow, and bring the soul back in. So I'm going to have a fantastic week with lovely people doing lovely things. And I will take my mic off in a moment so I can do my namaste, because I always love spending time with you. But this week be a week of beautiful love, abundance, and soulfulness. Because when we come from the soul, we're there. When we come from the ego, well, we could be anywhere. The ego plays its role, but let your soul be the guiding force. I love you all. I thank you all. I send you love and blessings. And as always, a namaste. Thank you for tuning in, everyone. I look forward to seeing you next week on our amazing show. Thank you.